Hi, I'm Chris from Coldplay, and this is the Graham Norton Show.
Very welcome. We've got a great show for you tonight, but let me just start the proceedings with a question. America, what the Oh yeah, the American people have spoken. I say spoken, grunted. Donald Trump. Donald Trump is the new president of the United States. Yeah, there he is. Ah, well, it's not the end of the world. What's that? Oh, no, it is. Yes, it is. Don't applaud. Well, might as well. Yeah, clap. Enjoy yourselves while you can. Ireland, hello. Early on Wednesday morning, Trump received a phone call from a very upset Hillary Clinton. She congratulated him on his victory, and he asked her what colour knickers she was wearing. But lots of problems facing the new president. For a start, he doesn't know exactly what he wants to do with Mexico. I imagine he'll start by shaking your hand and see how it goes. Yeah, looking at that picture, you think, yeah, Malaysia's met him before. Once bitten. So Donald Trump will be the next president. Oh, well, it won't be the first time there's been a grabber in the White House. Real picture! Let's get the guests on! Later, we'll be meeting the world's most successful living composer. The great Andrew Lloyd Webber will be here. But first, another record-breaking entertainer. This comic has had a stratospheric rise over the last 10 years and has sold out the O2 Arena an amazing 27 times. Please welcome McIntyre, everybody! Rose to fame as a Bond girl, went on to star in Pride and Prejudice, Jack Reacher, and her Oscar-nominated role in Gone Girl. Please welcome Rosamund Pike! Hello, darling. Lovely to see you come in and sit down. Rosamund Pike! And he's a 7-time Grammy winner who, as lead singer of the biggest band in the world, Coldplay, has sold over 80 million albums worldwide. Please welcome Chris Martin! Chris Martin! Hello! How you doing? Nice to see you. Come in, sit down. Oh. Hi. Good fake helloing there. Very good, very good.
But it's odd that we meet each other backstage and then here and we have to redo it.
Yeah, but you'd look really rude if you just came out and sat down and didn't look at each other.
I had to think whether to do it or not.
No, I think
we had the awkward half kiss, half hug.
He actually said you're sitting in the wrong place as well. I thought I did what I was told.
No, you're all very good. And entirely British sofa.
Yes.
It's as if Americans are busy. Because didn't you just flew in, didn't you, from LA?
Yeah, I just got here this morning.
From LA?
And it's going to be OK, don't worry.
Is it?
Too much.
Oh,
Yeah.
you see, you're so lovely, though.
Well, here's my perspective on it is...
Please.
This is actually quite an interesting perspective. Every time the sun sets for someone, it rises for someone else, right?
Yep.
So, in America, in the middle of America, the people we don't really get to see very often, a lot of them feel very disenfranchised and ignored. So this has been their chance to be heard. And I feel like when people are angry and they get heard, then it immediately becomes calmer once they've been listened to. Do you see what I mean? So just by him...
No, I do see what you mean.
You know, everything I just said. I'm just going to come back on again.
No, you're good. Chris Martin, sit down.
Just do that again.
OK. Chris Martin, everybody. Yeah. Yay. Beautiful. Oh, now Phil, look at you. Wonderful.
Okay. How have you been?
We've been great. How are you?
Just came from America,
Oh, wow.
and it's going to be okay,
Excellent.
but I won't explain why.
No, don't. I hear you. I hear you. I hear you. Actually, I have to say, Michael, you are a proper big Coldplay fan.
Yeah, of course, everybody is. Isn't that right? I mean, that is right.
Say yes, 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 yes.
Everybody. Because every time I look at you, your songs go into my head. And I've got it. I've got it. It's going round and round.
I have the same thing with your jokes.
OK.
All I want to do when I see you is go, you had the little polo shirt, the little thing.
Is that my joke?
No, there's a joke you have about, you know, the thing about the rich people with the clothes, with the polo thing on the shirt. You know the joke?
God, that's not me.
No, it is me.
Polo. Oh.
You have a joke about...
Oh, yes, about rich people.
Yeah.
And they should have a recent bank
Or
statement.
Exactly.
That's it, is me.
Yeah.
Oh.
So it's the same... Don't worry about
Alive again!
That's basically how our concert is.
And Rosamund Pike, now, I'm sure you like Coldplay, but you are, in your heart, more of a kind of trance techno girl, really.
Yeah. Can't you see it?
Well, it's... I mean, no, but I've heard other people have told me these stories, that you love going to techno clubs.
Yes, it is yes, something people might not expect of me, but it's a very good way to sort of get out of my own thinking space, get out of my head. I mean, I remember when I'd finished the Gone Girl press tour, which is quite a commitment, and I was in New York and I was 8 months pregnant, and I heard about a morning rave in the meatpacking district between 6 and 8 a.m, and I thought, that has my name on it. I was out with some friends the night before, and everybody was really up for it, as they are the night before. They come 6 a.m, and I'm there, belly out here, mask, in the meatpacking district, ready at 6 a.m. I'm the only one there. And I thought, well, either I can go home, or I can just do this on my own and just sort of face it out. So I did. I went in with my... Well, there were two of us, weren't there?
Yes,
so...
exactly, yeah. You smuggled one
exactly
in.
on my own. But, and it was just fantastic. And so now, then, when the baby was born, you know, sod the lullabies, just, you know, put on some deep house.
And listen, you mentioned Gone Girl there. Congratulations, because since the last time you were here, Oscar nominated for Gone Girl, which is...
Unbelievable. Yes. Thank you.
Now, Chris Martin, this album, this had kind of more collaborations than you've done before. All sorts of people are on
Yeah,
here.
we needed help. We thought we weren't quite good enough, so let's get some help.
But now, Beyoncé's on the album, but hadn't you gone to Beyoncé before?
Yes, we've been to Beyonce before and been just politely shown the door.
But how does she do... Did she do that herself?
She
or
says this is the door.
do her people say, I don't want to do that?
No, no, no. I had a tiny idea for a little song, and I said, do you want to do the song? She said, no. And then we had a more real song, a song on there called Hymn for the Weekend, and she was very sweet, and she came and sang on it.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
And,
You know that one?
I love it.
Yeah.
Yeah, sing for me.
It's Japanese. I'm sorry.
When I shoot across the sky. When I shoot across the
amazing. We're getting a lot of roasting done.
He's asking to stand in for Beyonce.
Essentially, yeah.
That's essentially what's happening.
Yeah.
And you're very similar.
You're so cool.
But now...
So cool. And I love when you dance whilst playing the piano. No one has even attempted that before. You do this sort of dancing thing when you...
Yeah.
You know, it's really so you're going, you know... It really is incredible. You should find footage. At Glastonbury, you went off the scale.
Well, like Rosamund says, you should dance like nobody's watching.
Yes.
And I dance like that even when there's loads of people watching. And that's how I think you should be in life. You should go for it and accept that you might look a bit silly, but you've got to be taken over with the passion of things, right?
Yeah, for
And,
sure.
and even in those big stadiums, though, when people say things, you can hear them.
Yeah, yeah.
So was it Everglow that you were playing? Or
Oh, yes, the other day, yeah. We were playing this song Everglow, which we're going to play later, and it goes very quiet, and I have a whole speech about being kind to each other and accepting everyone for who they are. And I thought everyone's really respecting this message. And then this lady said something not really to do with that.
What did she say?
She suggested we have some form of physical contact with each other. So maybe have you ever done theatre? I'm sure you've done. Of course you've done.
Yeah, but I've never had anyone offer me sex. In the
Well, I played the song and it's about that, and then this lady said, "Me." So I
Guilty.
So I had a sort of moment of... First of all, I was very flattered and thrilled. And then I was like, I don't know whether to stop the song because everyone's going to wonder what's going on. And so I stopped, and then we had a conversation, and then eventually, you know, now we've been together for 4 months.
That's nice. That's a lovely story.
But I wish that was the outcome.
But Rosamund, you haven't had anyone shout that out to you. But when you were in that play, I've forgotten the name of it, with Dame Judi Dench.
Oh, Madame de Sade, yes, that brought a lot of unusual people. Well, you could call a play after the Marquis de Sade, you'll get a few people who think it's something else.
Didn't you get a letter?
Oh, that letter, yes. I got a letter, yes, I did get a letter.
Did it say me?
More or
It
less.
was much longer than that. It was much longer than that, but it might have been the intention. I believe it. Yes, I got a letter after an interview I'd done, and this man was very, very certain that whoever I was with I was not meant to be with, and he was the man for me. And I mentioned this to my fellow castmates, and Judy said, "Oh, Rossi," she said, "you have to go for dinner with him." And I said, "Do I?" I said, "Well, we don't know anything about him." Who? She said, "Well, let's look him up on the internet." So we looked him up, and I can't remember what we found. I think we found out that he made kitchens. And she said, "Oh, Rossi," she said, "kitchens." I think she saw my whole future. Anyway, so I did go for dinner with him.
You did? Wow.
Yes, because Judy Dench tells you to go for dinner with someone, you go.
I love the noise the audience made.
You
The audience was
agree
like,
with me?
"It's possible. We can go for dinner with Rosamund Pike."
If Judy Dench told you to do something, you'd do it, wouldn't you?
Yes.
Yes.
And how was the dinner?
It was lovely. I mean, we weren't together for very long.
Did you get a kitchen out of it?
Just an hour and a half. But, you know, it was, yes, no.
That's very brave and amazing.
He did begin the conversation, actually, by saying, "You probably..." I said, "We looked you up on the internet, me and Judy." He said, "You probably got the story about the body washed up in..." I'm not joking. I'm not joking. He said, "You probably got the story about the body washed up at my house by the beach." I said, "No." I didn't come across that one, actually.
Never bring that up on a date again.
I'm not the one. He said, "Anyway, it wasn't anything to do with me." Yes.
Did he make kitchens?
I think we might have got the wrong guy, it can easily happen with certain things. I think the kitchen guy might have been somebody else.
So you didn't even know what he'd look like? You didn't know what he was going to look like? It was a completely blind date?
Yes, yeah.
Well,
And
that's
what
very
did
bold.
he look like?
He looked not unlike you.
Really believe nothing happened between you two.
This story's become incredibly awkward.
He had
That would be hilarious if it
similar
was
hair.
you.
I don't know how much you know of me, but you've probably read the story about the body that washed up.
No, I tell you what, though, I do want to move on, because we're talking about your live performances and how amazing they are. I've seen you live, and that you are so...
You've been on stage with
Yes,
us
I
live,
have.
yeah.
I have. Yeah. And, so, but your videos, what you do with videos, you kind of pull out all the stops, and they're just stunning. They're all stunning.
Thank you.
But one of the kind of most famous videos is The Scientist.
Yeah.
And I don't know if you say... Well, let's just play a clip before we talk about it. This is a clip from the video of The Scientist.
Nobody said it was easy. No one ever said it would be this hard. Oh, take me back to the start.
OK, so...
That's so old.
I mean, it's not pretty great working. I mean, this is
really great watching stuff.
So there's no real camera trickery. That is just... You did it all forwards, and then they played it backwards, but you had to sing backwards.
Yes, yeah, this was in 2002.
I'm presuming that's very hard.
I mean,
Yes, that's
a pro.
unbelievably hard.
And can you remember any of it backwards?
only a tiny little bit.
OK, if I play some of the music backwards,
Yeah.
can you sing to it backwards, and then we'll see if it's right if we play it the other way around?
And if it's wrong, can we keep it out of the show?
Of course.
Okay.
Lovely deal.
It's so in. OK, here we go. OK, music.
Ja, streni jesteśmy.
Did you get that wrong?
That was actually a Russian chat-up line, but... So you're going to now play that...
Forwards.
No, but it's not going to not make any sense. I made that up. I was but the melody will be right, but the words will be weird. So, but let's try it.
Let's try it.
You might be. Are you sure there might be some words in there? Let's
Maybe,
see.
let's see.
Let's see.
Wunsch jetzt ein ersten Mai. Eigentlich Herzen dieses. Rumbled.
I thought you sang more than that.
No, that was it.
Was that all you did?
Right, so.
Very lazy. Right, it's time for a movie. And Rosamund Pike, you bring us an extraordinary true story, A United Kingdom. It's out on the 25th of November, and it is one of those amazing stories, one of those things that kind of slipped through the cracks of history. I wasn't aware of this woman or her story, so tell us about her.
Well, Ruth Williams, who I play, was a pretty ordinary girl from southeast London who in 1947 met and fell in love with an African man who... They were having a great time in the jazz clubs of London in the 40s until the point that he announced that he was in fact in line to be the chief of the largest tribe of his country, effectively a king, at which point she thought, well, this is the end of this relationship. And he said, no, I'm in love with you and I want to do this with you as my queen. And she just said yes to this love in this wonderful, wholehearted manner. And at that point, they unleashed a deluge of opposition from their families, from the government, from society, and it's a real story of the struggle of love against tremendous odds. And Ruth, she was kicked out by her father, and she went to make a life with Seretse, his name was, in what we now know as Botswana. And, you see the experience, which I've never seen on film, of a white woman or a white person trying to belong in a black world and meeting mistrust and opposition and rejection. And of course, she was also rejected by all the white people living in Botswana because she looked like them, but sure as hell didn't think like them.
Yeah.
And it was an amazing person to play, actually.
An amazing story. It's sadly too late to meet the woman herself, but you did get to meet her son.
Yes, her son, their son, is now the current president of Botswana. Yes, there he is. He looks a little like Elvis, don't you think?
Wow. Now, I'm pretty ignorant. In Botswana, do they speak... is there like a language Botswanian?
Setswana is
OK.
The language spoken by the largest
So I should
amount
know
of
that, but I don't.
population.
I'm
You
sorry.
shouldn't, you don't need to know
But,
that.
can you speak
Setswana.
any of it?
Backwards.
There was
It's
one
easy.
phrase which was essential because there are cows roaming the streets. You know about that?
No.
You
No, I
just said very sort of with great understanding.
Sorry, I didn't. No, I was just being encouraging.
But it's dangerous driving
I wasn't
at night.
expecting you to
when
break off and quiz me on cows in streets in Botswana. I didn't revise.
Yeah, you know.
You're right. Yes, you're right.
Story
The
about,
cows in the streets.
It's cows in the streets.
Let's say I do
and when
know.
you
I
see
do.
one in the road, and
Yeah.
especially at night, which is
Of course.
dangerous to drive at night, you say, "Komu emotsile." There is a cow in the road, and I said that every day, many times, because I did not want to be killed by a cow walking out across the road in front of my car. And at night, there's no street lights.
But
The
you
cows are dark.
Yes.
The streets are dark, and You know, have you ever seen what a cow can do to a car?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yes.
Who hasn't? Because, Chris, now, you've talked about this before. Your children, they can shut you out with their language. Because did you learn Spanish?
I'm learning Spanish at the moment.
Oh, that's clever
Yeah.
of you.
Thank you.
No, because otherwise your children could be
you're
planning
great too.
all sorts.
Yes. If there's a cow in the road, I was just worried that they wouldn't be able to know what to say in Spain.
Oh, yeah.
So now they say, hay un vaca en el calle.
Oh, is that what that means? Or did you make that up too?
I just play it back.
It's backwards, right? You have to rewind it.
No, they speak... well, I think because we live in America, you know, they're half American, my children, and most people in California speak Spanish or are from South America, so...
Not in 10 years.
Yeah, maybe put that language skill on hold. Because, no, but you even had problems. Was it in Australia or New Zealand where you had problems with the language? You did!
G'day. Sorry. Have an app for this. There are differences. There are differences.
Yes.
Well, like when you say "How are you," which we all say, they go "How you going?" which is slightly different. But I didn't know they were saying "How you going?" And the first I heard of it was obviously at the airport when we had to take a connecting flight. And I was like, I need to get to Adelaide. I'm checking in. She's like, "How you going?" I was like, "Airplane?" How many clues do you need?
The best question to ask someone from Australia is what their favourite Prince song is and hope that it's 1999. That's my favourite.
That's a good game to play on a street in Australia.
I didn't know if there was some language... when you go with all your jokes, you hope that there's... Obviously, there's different references that they won't get, and some things are very British-centric. And I have a joke about... well, it involves the words hanky-panky.
What is it?
I can't do the whole joke.
Why not?
Do you want me to do the joke? It's just a silly joke. It's a joke about words that come with another word. So there's, like, chit-chat or chat. So what's the difference between chat and chit-chat? Why? People say, do you want to have a chat? Or we just had a chat. We had a bit of chit-chat, but it's pretty much the same thing. The difference, of course, is chit. But people never have a chit. They never go, would you like a chit? No, I don't have time for a chat. Could we have a little chit? Or I could probably have a chit-chat. So I gathered all these words up, like willy-nilly, nitty-gritty. You get to the nitty, you do sometimes get to the gritty, not the nitty. Hurly-burly, dilly-dally, wishy-washy, argy-bargy, fuddy-duddy, and hodgepodge. But my favourite is hanky-panky, because, well, everybody hopes. I can only speak as a man, but men tend to hope for hanky-panky on a daily basis. But often we must make do with hanky. That's pretty much the joke. Sometimes we get to the end of the day and it looks like Panky's on the cards. And you think, I didn't think Panky was happening today. And we're like, I'm not sure I can do Panky because I went hanky early doors. But if you can refrain from hanky, there's a good chance of rampy-pumpy. I didn't know whether they had the phrase hanky-panky in Australia. So I said to my tour manager, who is the sweetest, smallest Maltese man? He's a tiny, sweet...
Malteser.
Malteser. With a bald head, so like you've eaten the top off. And I said... his name's Grazia. I said, Graz, can you go and find out if they know the phrase hanky-panky here? Because I don't want to do this joke and everyone just stares at me. So he went over to the largest Australian security man I've ever seen. He was just standing like that. And he just went, excuse me, are you familiar with the phrase hanky-panky?
And he was just like, you better get away from me, sir.
Yeah.
That's a great joke. And were they familiar with it?
Yes, it went very well.
Tell me about the fact... OK, it's not funny, but I'm interested in what your opinion is. Because you can be underwhelmed, you can be overwhelmed...
Right.
But you're never just...
Whelmed.
Are you?
There's 2 days... Not you and me. I spoke about this someone this 2 days ago.
Whelmed, you're right. Like, you can be dishevelled, but never
whelmed?
shevelled.
Or ruthless, but not... You never say, God, he's got a lot of ruth.
Right.
Yeah.
It's a good point.
Good point.
Wow. I feel like
And there are other words that always go with, like
Shriveled.
torrential will always go with rain.
Yes.
People tend not to say... My favourite is akimbo. You can only have legs akimbo. Can you have arms akimbo?
Arms akimbo,
I
for
thought it was
sure.
just legs
No,
akimbo.
I think that's...
Have you seen her dance?
I'm very... You're right, the whelmed. This is a good thought.
If I ever went solo, that would be my name.
Whelmed.
No legs akimbo.
Please welcome Whelmed. How did it go? Now, Michael McIntyre back on television. Michael McIntyre's big show, BBC One, next Saturday, the 19th at 8:10. Now, I was saying to you back there, it's an excellent series because they're so hard to get right, these big kind of variety comedy formats.
Yeah.
So, first series, big hit. So, is it more of the same? Have you got new things this time? What's the story?
Yeah, we didn't know it was going to work. I didn't know if it was going to work. Nobody does when a show starts. So we were doing these things because I didn't want to just do a straightforward variety show. So we had fun and games, like you have on your show. Right. We had this thing, The Unexpected Star, when somebody thinks they're coming to the theatre for work, but then they go down a corridor and they show up on stage and then they perform. We didn't know if that was going to work, but it worked every time. Yeah. And then I do this game, Send to All, when I take a celebrity's phone and send a text in. So that once it started working, so for this series, we've just been a bit more ambitious with it, and it's gone even better. We've got a room next to the theatre, so people don't know they're coming to the theatre to the Unexpected Star thing. So they come next to the theatre, and we've changed it every week to be different things. And I communicate with the room. And there's a fireman on the first show. He's a fantastic singer, unbelievable, but of an unfulfilled dream to perform.
Yeah.
So he thought he was giving a fire safety course, which we just set up next door. So from the theatre, where I'm communicating with all the actors. He doesn't know they're actors, and we just had so much more fun with the idea because we knew that it worked. And then ultimately he comes on the stage, the walls collapsed, and he's just stranded.
Brilliant, brilliant.
And then he performs at the end. So it was all really good fun, and it worked, and because we knew that it worked from the first series.
And this is nice for you because you do so much touring, so kind of nice to be at home, I would have thought, with your family and everything.
Nice. Yeah, Wiz home. It's great.
Because your kids are getting sort of older now, aren't they? I mean, I know that
my
happens.
kids, they're 11 and 8 years old. Yeah, they're sweet. How old are your kids?
10 and 12.
How old have you got kids?
I do.
How old are they?
They're 4 and 1.
Ah, you see. You see, our kids are starting to become people. Like, you know what I mean? Has that happened to your kids? No, but they're kids. You raise them. I can't speak for your parenting, but my kids were kind of, they're kids. You're just trying to get through the day, wear them out so they pass out. And now they've become these lovely, they're like friends. It's going really well. It's very hard. I love them. Yeah, they're 11 and 8. Oh, but they're aware of swearing a bit, which is a bit awkward. I don't know how that, because they know about the F word. They'll tell off me if I swear, Mummy, Daddy said the F word, Mummy said the S word in the car. I've told them there's a J word to put them off the scent of the C word. But we had this hilarious moment on holiday, and I'd just like to say that officially I'm very angry with the children, if they're watching, but it was very funny. So there's this app on the iPad where they can make a movie, and Ozzy, my youngest, he's 8 years old, he comes over and is like, Daddy, me and Lucas made a movie, do you want to watch it? I was like, oh, that's very creative. So basically, you just sort of gives you these scenes, and you fill in the things, and it tells you... So it's the trailer, it starts with a trailer, and it's very professional. We're on holiday, so there's not really a wardrobe budget, they're in their trunks, and we're by the pool. And he's like, in a world where two brothers, and Lucas is doing all these sort of ninja moves, and Ozzy's just standing there trying to look cool in his trunks. And at the end of it, it goes, rated 15. And I was like, what do you mean rated 15, Ozzy? He was like, it's a 15, Daddy. I was like, have you just made it 15 so that it's an excuse to use bad language? He went, Dad, what am I supposed to do? It's a 15. And I have to tell you, it's the funniest film I've ever seen. So it starts with Lucas in his swimming trunks next to the pool, doing this pseudo-American accent. I don't even know what it is. Some kind of gangster movie. He comes over and he goes, give me the money, Jack. Give me the money, Jack. And then Ozzy, in his trunks next to the pool, goes, I don't have your money, Jack. I don't know why they're both called Jake. It's a really weird scene. And they start arguing in it. It's like, I'm not Jake, you're Jake. I didn't know, you never told me my name. I didn't even know they were making a movie, and I walk past in my trunks in the background, just standing there like an idiot going, darling, have you seen the Factor 15? Do you want the spray or the cream? My wife's left leg is in the entire scene. At one stage, the iPad falls over, and you can see the sky, and they put it back up. Anyway, and they go, "Oh, give me the money, Jake." It carries on with this scene about the money. "Give me the money, Jake." And then Ozzy just looks really guilty, and he just looks straight into the camera and goes, "This is That's sort of sniggering, and then Lucas looks directly into the iPad and goes, "Give me the money, Jake." Officially, I'm very angry with the children.
Of course.
But it was hilarious.
Right, it is time to meet my final guest. He's a Lord of the Realm and King of the West End of Broadway. Now he's back with his latest monster hit, School of Rock. It's a very warm welcome back to Andrew Lloyd Webber! There you go. Now, you know everyone, so presumably you know all these people.
Well, I met you just before.
On Tinder, yeah.
And I just... I just met you. And, no, but then, and of course, I know Michael, but...
Of course.
I have a minor connection with all three.
Oh, yes.
Very minor connection. Because I rehearsed with our kids in School of Rock, Shiver, the other day.
Right, OK.
Yeah, so that's my minor connection there. With United Kingdom, I thought about that as an idea for a musical a few years ago.
Did you know that?
Yeah, and it's such a fantastic story. I mean, it
Just
really,
write down
really
my
is.
details.
It really is incredible. And Michael, I mean, you should take over School of Rock on Broadway after that earlier.
Thank you very much.
Now we know.
Yes,
Now
of
we
course,
know.
yes.
The Rock Man, that's what he was.
I'm on, it's on.
You're always there.
So the new Andrew Lloyd Webber musical is School of Rock. It's open now at the New London Theatre. So, I mean, the Jack Black movie is very well known, but just in case people haven't seen it, what's the basic premise?
Well, it's a fantastic Jack Black movie. I mean, I'm, in a way, I've just taken it to the theatre. But it's a great story. It's about, really, how music empowers everybody. You've got this kind of slobby, down-and-out kind of pretend teacher comes into a kind of school where everybody's very repressed and the kids are sort of really all academic and they're all having to learn and this, that and the other, and he teaches them rock. And through learning rock, they find themselves, and he kind of, in the end, grows up too. And it's a great primal tale.
And because it's kids, I mean, you have to make an announcement.
Oh, yeah, because nobody believes that the kids actually are playing live. I mean, they are fantastic. I mean, I believed, actually, that it was going to be very hard to find the kids who could play live in Britain, but it was absolutely not the case. We could actually find 5 casts, to be honest.
Wow.
They were absolutely amazing.
Because it was your kids and Madeline introduced you to the film.
Yeah, my wife was made to watch the film, 10 years ago, I guess it was now, and by our kids. And the kids then said, "Dad, you've got to watch it." And I saw it, and I thought, do you know what? This could make a really great stage show. But I didn't think I'd write any music for it, because I thought there was a lot of music in it. And actually, when we came to look at it, there wasn't that much. And so I kind of got dragged into writing. And so I went back to... It was great for me because years ago I started in a school. Joseph and the Amazing Technicolor Dreamcoat started in a school 50 years ago almost.
But even before that, doesn't it kind of tap into your life? Because, when you were a little boy in school, music was your kind of...
Yeah, well, the thing that really resonated with me is this thing about how music can empower and liberate kids, which is why it's so important that we keep it in our schools. Something that I can go on all night about, so I won't. But, I mean, we must keep music. And something which I don't get, which the government doesn't seem to understand, is that if you empower children through the arts, every penny you spend on it comes back 10 times over. Because it's not about making people into musicians or about actually making them into actors or actresses, or it's about getting people to feel that the arts empower. And particularly at this time, at the moment, and with what's going on in the world and what's going on politically, I don't think there's ever been a time when the arts have been more important in schools. I really, really passionately believe that.
Now, here's the thing. When we work together and we'd spend time together and we talk, you are one of those people, you're so connected, you seem to know everyone, and you actually know the president-elect, Donald J. Trump.
Well, if you've been around in New York and you've been kind of vaguely in the scene in New York. It's quite hard not to know the president-elect.
Okay.
Because he's been pretty much around for a long time.
But no, what was the... So he's got a connection to School of Rock as well, hasn't he?
Well, he wanted to come to the opening of School of Rock, and actually I managed to persuade him not to come. Because... Now, the thing was, when we opened over a year ago now, and, I mean, I really genuinely wonder whether he really thought any of this was going to happen. I mean, I don't know. But anyway, I sort of said, look, the kids it's their night, you know, you're so famous, don't you think it would be a good idea perhaps just to... And he was good about it. He said, no, I won't come. I don't know. I mean, I think what he's been saying and what he's been doing in the rallies and everything is absolutely shocking. And I mean, along with a lot of other Brit composers, you know, we asked him to not use our music because he kept using it, you know, and there's nothing you can actually do to stop that. But anyway, but I just don't know. I don't think he's an idiot. And I think if he surrounds himself with good people, we might just be all right. But don't quote me, I don't know.
Fingers crossed!
I think we've all pray.
I have to say, whatever you think, it is an amazing story. I mean, you do kind of... Trump the musical would be... That would be a...
The Lady and the Trump.
Oh! Very good. A new musical. You can play Melania. You can be Melania.
Melania sounds like a disease. You've got Melania. Oh, God.
They want cream for that. Listen, it's time to actually hear some music. So, Chris, if you want to go over and get ready, everything waits over there. Oh, the candles are lit. It's beautiful over there. It's beautiful. There you go. Right. Performing Everglow, it's Coldplay! Come on back. Come back, dude. Lovely to see you, Johnny. You come on back. If you all shove up, they'll sit there. Shove up, shove up, shove up, shove up, shove up. There you go. And welcome to Johnny Buckland, everybody. Wonderful. Fine playing. Oh. Very good. Thank you for coming, Johnny. That's very nice of you.
Okay.
Yeah, to show up here at the end. Yeah. You've done all the heavy lifting, and now you just show up. Yeah, I'll sit here. And you guys, you were saying you were going to New Zealand and Australia.
No, first we're going to India on Tuesday for the first time.
Wow.
Then we go to Australia, New Zealand, Asia, Europe, America again, and then maybe some other stuff.
What, do you get to have any life while you do that?
Yeah.
Michael covers a lot of the shows for me.
Of course, yes. Well, listen, thank you very much for doing that.
Thank you. Thanks for coming, Johnny.
Yeah.
Welcome.
Hey, nice to see you. That's it for tonight. We say thank you, my guest, Coldplay! McIntyre! Rosamund Pike! And Andrew Lloyd Webber! Good night, everybody.